friends, Renee here. I just wanted to film a really quick reminder of the free event I'm hosting on Friday, October 16th from noon to 1 p.m. In that event, we are going to talk about the first commandment of connection, getting real with ourselves, and how we can develop a practice to do that and to stay connected to our own inner knowing, our own intuition. I think of it as developing a relationship with the voice of my soul. I really do. So I hope you'll consider joining us. We'll do a practice writing, so you'll get a sense of what the practice is and how it works. And then we'll do a practice reading. And the reading is a powerful part of the process. When I went to my very first class, I had no idea we would read. So when we did our first writing and we were encouraged to get raw and real on the paper, I did. And then when Lori Wagner, who was my instructor in this practice, announced that we were going to read, I was mortified. I was like, okay, I'm going to read my rawest, realest shit to complete and total strangers. And perhaps the fact that they were strangers made it a little bit easier, but it was one of those jarring moments, like, oh, can I do this? And I did. And it was the most cathartic experience that I never imagined. I never imagined that I would feel the release of the weight of the words that I had written. And that was really the beginning of a slow practice, because I went to that first weekend and we did several writings over the course of that weekend. That was pre-COVID. We were all nicely tucked in a living room. But then after that, I did an online practice similar to, if you're on my website, Renee Genais, ReneeJeneais. If you go to the website, I have a Life Examined free option that you can sign up for that delivers a writing instruction and a poem to your inbox for an initial 7 days, and then you can jump on for another 21 days after that if you're enjoying the practice. And I specifically have that available as an option for people who can't afford to do a class, or people when I'm not running a class. It's a way for my students to have something to tide them over and to continue this work. It really reflects the importance of doing this work regularly. The only thing about the videos is it doesn't have the gift of the reading. And the reading we do in circle. When we meet in a class, we read and we witness each other's writing. So my rawest, realest truths are right out there, and when we do the reading, I read too. And nobody in a circle comments on what's read. We create a safe container. We create a responsible container where nothing leaves that container, and everyone agrees to that at the beginning of a class. It's super important that everyone feels safe to read their truth, have it witnessed, and then let it go, release that. That's the powerful part of doing this practice in circle and in togetherness. But it's also the second part of the vulnerability of the connection. The commandments of connection that I've written really explain all of the gifts of how we show up in this writing practice. Part of those gifts are how we show up for ourselves. Part of those gifts are how we show up for others. and how others show up for us, and the connection that gets created in a class is just an amazing, beautiful thing to experience, to be a part of, to watch. Yeah. So that regular practice creates that beautiful thing. So Friday, October 16th from noon to 1 p.m. I hope you'll consider joining my free event so you'll get a taste of the practice for yourself, an experience of it, and how you can lean into getting raw and real with you, as we say in commitment number 1. So I hope you'll consider joining us. See you there. I'll leave a link below.